Protect your business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. Find out here. You're watching Technology Review. Hello and welcome to another episode of Technology Review for May 19th, 2017. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. Technology Review is a show that helps inform and educates the public on today's technology, but also gives tips and techniques on how to protect yourself, your family, and your business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century, and that is identity theft and cybercrimes. Every 2 seconds, someone has their identity stolen by a cyber thief. Did you know that over 16 million new victims of identity theft and growing are reported to law enforcement every year? According to the Federal Trade Commission and the Justice Department, identity theft is the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. You've heard of individuals and businesses in our media on a daily basis just about with some story regarding identity theft or some type of cybercrime. From small businesses to large corporations, even governmental municipalities have been victims of identity theft. But what can you do about it? Well, we can use our best defense, and that's through education. Hi, my name is Mac Jackson Jr. I'm a cybersecurity professional. My background is in the law, compliance, software development, and business consulting. My programs and services help companies like yours mitigate the damages of cybercrimes and identity theft. You can find me here every Friday on WCOBM.TV at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you happen to miss any of our shows, you can always go to my website, MacJacksonJr.com, and click on our show from there, Technology Review, or you can come to WCOBM.TV and click on Technology Review. And by the way, I invite you to take a look at some of our other hosts on our shows as well, here on WCOBM.TV as well. I'd like to give a shout out really quickly and thanks to all of our sponsors and friends and family that have helped make this show possible. So I'm going to give a shout out to Michelle, Stephanie, Lawrence, Larry, Martin, Mary, and the Kosker family. Thank you very much for being a part of our show. We're worldwide here, starting out here in Las Vegas, and we blast our information worldwide from coast to coast, North Pole to South Pole, through the internet. Again, every Friday, 3 p.m., Technology Review. If you'd like to sponsor our show or be a part of our family of sponsors, you can do that too by sending me an email at sponsors@MacJacksonJr.com or contacting my offices at MJ Computer Concepts, 702-868-0808. Some of our awesome sponsors I'd like to give a quick shout out to include CenturyLink, Nevada Bankers Association, InSync Virtual Desktop Solutions, Turing Consulting Group, Viking Technology Partners, and New Horizon Learning Center. New Horizon Learning Center, they're here in Las Vegas, and they are a worldwide organization as well. But we're going to be having our featured cybersecurity workshops starting very, very soon there. So definitely be in touch with New Horizon Learning Center and ask them about the cybersecurity awareness training curriculum and workshops. So to get started here, I also want to give a thanks to Detective Michael Gomez from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department here in Las Vegas. With his presentation he presented to our Cybersecurity Lunch and Learn group at the Innovation Center here in Las Vegas. Detective Gomez gave a presentation on financial crimes in Southern Nevada. It was very riveting, opened up a lot of eyes to things to be aware of regarding using your ATM machines, your ATM and debit and credit cards. So it's very, very important. If you happen to miss that, and those of you who didn't attend, definitely contact my office. We'll be able to let you know when our next event will be. We have events at the Innovation Center every month around the third Thursday, but that can vary. But definitely contact my office and get on our mailing list, and we'll send you an invite to attend one of our lunch and learns we have at the Innovation Center here at Switch in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're looking forward to, in the future, to having the U.S. Secret Service and Homeland Security present at our Innovation Center Lunch and Learns as well in the future. So definitely join our list and be a part of understanding what's going on around the world regarding to cybercrime and cybersecurity. Last week we talked about one of the biggest cyber attacks that happened in U.S. history, and it seems that it changes every month. There's always one bigger to up another one, but one of the last we had was definitely one of the biggest ones. It had to do with ransomware attacking U.S. and worldwide businesses, including hospitals, demanding for ransom money, they call the system ransomware. The name of the malware was called WannaCry. WannaCry was the name of the malware. What it did, it just locked up your machine and held it for ransom until monies were paid. Now, the monies were a small amount, around $300 or so, to encrypt the data in your computer, and you could not have access to it unless you were to pay it back. However, cybersecurity researchers got a hold of the code of this ransomware, and they noticed there was a lot of flaws in the system. Yes, a lot of flaws in the thieves' programming. And it turns out that a lot of the code were done incorrectly, and some of these thieves will be found out. Law enforcement are now hunting for these thieves, but also they found out that some of the code had instructions that would not give the money back or let the customer have their data back. So it was definitely a scam as well. So these are just some of the things that threaten our society on a global market, global scale, and being virtually aware of these things are things that we need to learn about, and that's why our cybersecurity education is very, very, very important to learn from. And protect your family from identity theft and cyber crime, cyber fraud. On today's show, we're going to talk about understanding identity theft, which we can cover a little bit here. I also have a guest coming in my second segment. My guest today will be from the Nevada Office of Consumer Protection. I will be talking to the Deputy Attorney General, Laura Tucker, will be in our next segment, talking about scams and responsibilities of businesses. In our third segment, we're going to talk about the news that's going on in cyber right now and apps you should have on your smart device. And of course, our fourth segment, we talk about the green energy technology. What is green energy technology? Anything dealing in electric cars, electric bikes, electric vehicles, and home automation as well. So back to identity theft and fraud. Make sure, folks, that you have the tools that you need to understand the scams that are going on out there regarding your personal identifiable information that thieves want to acquire. They acquire this information and then they sell it in the darknet, which is an underground network of other criminals that buy and sell and trade information back and forth. If your information is available and it's there, it can be sold to another criminal to pose as you to commit financial fraud in your name. And then you're responsible to trying to tell everyone that it wasn't you that committed it. So that's why it's important to understand your rights and what you can do to protect yourself and your family. One of the first things you can do is always run a credit report. Monitor your credit. Yes, monitor your credit. Look for suspicious activities on your credit report. Now, it's also important, too, to think about other things that may or may not affect your credit, like a cell phone being put in your name. If someone puts gets a cell phone in your name, then doesn't pay for it, you may be responsible for it. So there are things like this that concerns your personal identifying information that you need to be aware of and to be in touch with and track of. So the best way to do this, again, is to monitor your social security number, your activities. And one of the biggest ones, folks, is your medical records. Medical identity theft is one of the fastest growing identity thefts of all of them. There are people who have gotten kidney transplants, folks, by using someone else's insurance in order to get it, because they had all the criteria to go in for the surgery as the other person, as the victim. So that's why it's very important to look over your medical records, your bank statements, your medical statements from your doctor's visits, and making sure that every procedure that's on that medical report is in fact yours. It's very, very important. So these are just some of the things you could do. But first, folks, I like to let you know where you can get a hold of my information about my company and my services. You go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. That's MacJacksonJr.com, and you can sign up for one of our upcoming workshops. One of our workshops we're going to be having here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and also we're going to spread them out around the world as well. But we're going to start here in Las Vegas, Nevada on cybersecurity awareness training. These workshops will be filled with information that train your employees on what to look for when it comes to cyber, any type of suspicious activity. That's very, very important to your organization. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV, or twitter.com/MacJacksonJr. That's twitter.com/MacJacksonJr. Or send me an email, info@MacJacksonJr.com. Very, very simple, folks. I look forward to you joining me in my next segment here with my guest, Laura Tucker. We'll be right back, folks, after these messages.